Have you ever had a conversation with your soul? That's right. We're going to get deep today. So if you're willing to go there, stay with me. If you don't want to go deep, if you don't want to talk about your soul, then go ahead and just click off. Conversations with your soul. Now, you might think that that sounds weird, but if we are a soul, should we communicate with us? Now, I didn't always think that way. I probably was meditating for about 3 years. I started around 2018. And by the time 2021 came around, I was meditating quite a bit and really started to invite my soul into this communication and vice versa, and started to align with my soul and learning how we could communicate. Sometimes I would hear words, sometimes I would receive messages, sometimes I would receive messages through my journal writing. I would be writing and things would come up that I knew weren't from me. And so I really developed over a few years this relationship. And then as things happen, magic and miracles. In 2021, I met this woman. She called herself a psychic with an MBA. She was a business coach. And I had a one on one call with her. And I said, I don't want to hire you to be my business coach, but whatever it is you're doing behind the scenes, I want to learn. Because she was telling me things about myself that she shouldn't know. And I thought, how does she know things about me? And so I begged her to train me in whatever she was doing. And I didn't know anything about energy work. I didn't even know what energy work was. I had no clue. But of course, everything is energy. It made sense. Your energy. I am energy. This house is energy. Everything's energy. Our soul's energy. There are so many things that we can't see, like the wind. You can't see the wind, but it's energy. So our soul is also energy. It is. And what she taught me, what she trained me in, is she called it success activation system. But for me, this is what it was and what it is that it's the ability to tap into. Now, as a practitioner, what I do is I have the ability to tap into my soul, my inner wisdom, my higher being, whatever it is that you want to say. And then I know this might sound weird, but I said we're going to go deep. I tap into, with their permission, the other person that I'm working with, their soul. Because usually people come to me because they have an issue, and I want to be able to help people with their issue, whether it's physical or emotional, or they have a money block or whatever it is, or they're just feeling stuck. I want to be able to help them. So what I'm able to do is to tap into the other person's soul and get guided. And I receive direction and guidance from my soul, from their soul. And I'm guiding the other person through talking over Zoom, sometimes in person, and we are able to connect the dots. First of all, what's the issue? Is your soul in alignment that this is the most pressing issue that you need to be working on? Then we determine a course of action. And I have been able to help so many men and women to release negative energy, to release soul programs that they didn't even know that they were holding this negative energy in their bodies. So what I do is, and I want to show you real quickly here, just an example, because I truly want to be able to help people and especially to get confidence and clarity and to remove fear. There's no reason to be afraid. You're an infinite being. You have infinite wisdom at your disposal. Your soul has it and can bring it to you. You just have to ask. We also have guidance from angels. We have guidance from these beings that love us and adore us and want to be in these physical bodies having an amazing time. So that's what I do with my energy healing work. So I want to show you what that looks like. I use a pendulum and I use charts. If you don't know what a pendulum is, it simply is this. It could even be a string. I've made these. I've been in the middle of nowhere and needed a pendulum and didn't have one. And I would just get like a paper clip as a handle, a string, and then I would tie something heavy on the end. So in a pinch, anything works. This is a crystal that I have here at the bottom. So I use this for my energy work. And I'm going to teach you at the end of the video how you can, because I have seen so many people trying to use pendulums and they're simply not doing it correctly. There is a right way and there's a wrong way. So today, right before we end, I'm going to show you the right way how to use a pendulum. Now let me grab my notebook because I do have a bunch of charts. Because I simply want to go over a couple of things that I do with people. I always start with a prayer. I always set a clear intention. I do a lot of grounding, a lot of breath work with my clients before we get started. And then, like I said, I'm getting guidance from my higher self. And I get guided as to what chart to go to, for example. So here I would go to chart 2, and we would find out whatever that issue is, we find out what the discordant energies are. And so we find out what they are. There's usually quite a few, and then we go through and we release them. And then, of course, I always activate positive energies as well. For people, I do energy clearing. I remove programs. I clear relationships. I get rid of interferences. Sometimes there's entities that have attached to our soul. I clear up archetypes, healing treatments. And then, of course, I can do past life research if it's needed. And I love being able to work also with the physical body and clearing chakras and really looking at, I want to give you a clear idea of how specific this is, not just looking at emotional, physical healing, but sometimes I'm directed to which glands need to be worked on, which lymph nodes need to be worked on, what hormones need to be balanced. What is someone deficient in as far as vitamins or nutrients? How much do they need? Does it need to be provided to them vibrationally or physically? If there's something wrong with the skeletal system or the muscular system, I can help with that as well. Again, it's not me. I am being guided in this work. So if you have any question for me, I would love, love, love to see those comments and see what questions you have, because there are so many different types of energy workers out there, and mine is very specific where I'm doing my work at the soul level. That's the energy that I'm working with. So I wanted to be very clear, put it out there, because there's so many ways that we can work with energy. That's the gift. That's what I've been given because I was meditating. I met this woman and just one thing happened after another. And I love, love, love this work. But one thing that I don't love, right, is when people are using these tools incorrectly. And the reason why I wanted to make this video, especially about how to teach people how to use a pendulum correctly, is because my husband and I were up at our trailer and we're building up in the mountains. And so we have a trailer on site. And sometimes he likes to watch, B-rated movies, kind of like horror movies and slasher movies, a kind of movie where you know everyone's going to die. Like they're all gonna be killed off in some manner. And we were watching this one movie one time, and it was inevitable. They were all going to die. They were stuck in the home, and there were these like zombie creatures or something outside. Like I'm saying, it's not my cup of tea, but my husband was watching it. And these two gals, I think they're the only two left out of their entire party that were still alive in this house. And this one gal, I'll never forget, she pulls out a pendulum, like literally pulls it out of her bag. And she was asking these questions like, are we going to get out of here? And da 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 da, and all these things. It was really crazy. But I noticed that she was not using the pendulum correctly. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, anyone that sees this is going to think this is how you do it. But it's not. And it's not just this movie, but it's also many personal friends I have that have pendulums, and they're simply not using them correctly. And so I do a lot of instruction about this. So I will go ahead and put my camera down on my paper here in a minute. But I also want to let you know that the most important thing is to be tapped in. What do I mean by that? You need to be tapped in to your soul, which is what we started out talking about today. So if you don't know how to truly tap into your soul, or you might say your intuition, then you're going to not be able to do this correctly. I'm just going to say that because you're going to have too many interferences, too many things that are in your way. Mainly our ego. So the first thing to do is, like I said, I always start with a prayer because I don't want it to be me that's doing this work. It's me, it's God, it's spirit, it's universe. We're working together as a team because I want to be able to help someone. I want to be able to gather information. I want to help guide someone in their healing. The second thing is to be very focused on an intention. What is it that I want to find out? And then we need to make sure that we're tuned in to our soul. For me, it's a matter of 3 or 4 breaths. Oh, and by the way, my feet are flat on the floor. For me, that's very important to be grounded. I tap in through my breaths. I've already meditated, cleared my chakras, of course. And then I really visualize this connection between my crown chakra and the bright light above me that represents God's spirit universe. When I feel that connection, I know I'm okay to get started. But I want to feel it. You don't just pull a pendulum out of your random purse and start waving it around. It doesn't work that way. You have to remember that this is a tool. This is a tool. It's a way for my soul to give me direction. It's a way for my soul to communicate with me because, yes, sometimes I receive messages, but it's not the words aren't as clear as day. It's easier for me to ask questions, use my pendulum, and get the answers. And then as I'm working and guiding clients and helping them resolve whatever issue they have, then yes, I do get some very specific messages just for them. All right. So what I have done to demonstrate is, and you want to create one of these pages as well to train yourself in how to use a pendulum if this is something that you want to do, or perhaps you're already using one, but you're not using it correctly, or you're questioning whether you are using it correctly. So first of all, again, get grounded, get connected, get tuned into your soul, your higher self before you even get started. And then I have a vertical line and a horizontal line. The vertical line is my yes line. So if I say, is my name Beth? Yes. The direction is yes. It is up and down. That's always my yes. Am I an energy healer practitioner? Yes. Now, if it goes a little bit to the left, like it is right now, that means that it would like a little bit of clarification. Do I also do hypnotherapy? Yes. So it was wanting that clarification. I don't only do energy healing work, I also do hypnotherapy. So now it's straight and down. So again, if you get it to the left a little bit, it's requesting some more information for clarification. Now, is my name Joe? Okay, so the horizontal line is no. That's not my name. So very simple. We have, is my name Beth? Yes. Is my name Joe? No. Now, once it starts getting there, I know it's going to be no. Now, here's the other thing. Whatever answer I get, I want to affirm. And I ask, is my name Beth? Yes. Is this answer coming from my higher self? Yes. So I always ask that. I always want to double check. My next question is, do I have any resistance or anything that is wrong? Do I have any interferences? No. Again, is this answer coming from my higher self? Yes. Now, when I am clearing energy for people, I have found out all of the negative energies that are associated with their issue, and we want to get rid of them. I have them do some deep breathing, noticing where they are feeling it in their body, and I am clearing it out. I clear out the junk, I clear out the baggage, I clear out the negative emotion. When I am clearing, my pendulum is going clockwise. It's going to the right. Now, when I finish clearing, I can feel it in my physical body. I feel energy. So I know when it gets cleared. You might not be at that state, but if you want to know why is my pendulum going to the right, you are clearing out negative energy. But what if I have resistance? What if there's something wrong? I'm not tapped in. Maybe it's coming from my ego. Then my pendulum is going to go to the left. This represents that something is wrong and you need to figure it out. You need to figure it out. What is wrong? Do I have resistance? No, I don't have resistance. This was simply a demonstration. Was this a demonstration of resistance? Yes. Okay, so you get the point. This is how to correctly use a pendulum. So many of my friends use one. And obviously the people that made this horrible B-rated movie knew about a pendulum, knew that people use them to ask questions, but did not have a clue in how to use it properly. So this is my public service announcement for the week. All right. If you would like to know more about energy clearing, energy healing, please, I checked the comments. Please leave a comment. If you would like to have a consultation with me, they're absolutely free. You can schedule that below in the description for the video. I'm more than happy to do that because, like I said, the work that I have done with people, I look back and I see people that have issues of confidence, and then I work with them one session, one issue, done. I don't want to hear from people again unless they're my friend, but I see them. I'll see people that come to me for confidence or clarity or whatever it is, and because they want to blow up their business, and then I get to sit back and watch them blow up this business, and they're prosperous and they're thriving, and it's so magical. I love seeing it, but it can happen so quickly. Like, we don't need to go to a therapist and talk about our problems for 20 years. Talking about the problem, well, it might be beneficial once to get it out in the air if you need to vent or something. But talking about the problem, since we understand the law of attraction, is just going to bring us more problems. So when you combine understanding, manifesting, and the law of attraction, you realize that yes, this is powerful stuff. It works. One session, one issue, people don't come back. Now, every once in a while, someone has some layers of issues they can be related or not. Maybe they have issues from a relationship, a divorce, they might have a health issue. And so that could be a couple of different sessions, but still, one session, one issue, it's gone. And it's so beautiful to see. And again, I'm doing the work, I'm being a guide, but the truth is we all heal ourselves. I just want to help as many people as I can to heal themselves. Because there's no reason to be on this planet and to be in pain or unhappy or depressed or anxious or fearful. Like, we can let it all go. But you have to trust in yourself and believe in yourself and love yourself in order for that to happen. So if I can be of help, please reach out to me. I'm here for you. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe because it helps me to reach more people. And that truly is my desire, to help people as much as I can. I know it doesn't sound like much, but that's truly what I want to do, coming from my heart. And I send you all the love that I have right now. And if you're having an issue, please contact me or even another energy healer. Just know that you can overcome whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is. There's nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that can keep you from being and doing anything that you desire. All right, take care. Have a beautiful day.